Hello, and thanks for joining me on Live and Surround. Today, at long last, I'm going to be reviewing and discussing for you Gimme Some Truth, the Ultimate Mixes, a box set by the John Lennon estate. For many of you, this is old news, though it is still available at retail, so it hasn't sold out. So some of you may be on the fence, or maybe as of yet uninterested. And so, funny story, I'm often a bargain hound, and I found this for $42 shipped from a Canadian company, Music Vaults. And can't remember if I bought it last August or last October, but either way, quite a while ago. And through numerous emails asking if I wanted to cancel my order, I decided, going and looking and seeing what it was available for elsewhere, like in the high $60 to over $100 range. I figured, you know what? I'm only, moderately interested in Lennon's solo work, and so I'm gonna let the order ride. If it shows up someday for $42, I'll be pretty happy about that. That's not much more than, just some of our standalone surround albums, like a single Blu-ray sometimes, or an SACD if it's out of print, can easily be more than $42. So I got a shipping notice like a month ago, and then recently it actually showed up. My last video was actually like an impromptu first look. So anyhow, here I am. I've had a chance to listen to the Atmos, and my friend Elad did the 5.1 analysis for me just so I wouldn't have to listen to all of the content in depth twice. And so I really appreciate his help. I'll be giving you his thoughts later. But yeah, let's get the elephant out of the room. No, I have not gone in for the Plastic Ono Band set. It's just too expensive for how much I enjoy the album and for the amount of surround content that was included. Now, I respect that album. It is extremely personal, and it is of tremendous artistic worth. I just don't necessarily enjoy the listening experience, the emotions and the way that they're delivered. I sometimes am in the mood for dark and sad and heavy music. That one just doesn't strike the right chord for me, no pun intended. But in contrast, I did go in for the Imagine set a few years ago when it was released. 2 Blu-rays of material, the original Quadrasonic mix, a new modernish 5.1 interpretation, and then also a 5.1 set of raw mixes, which offer like really awesome separation and don't try to create like a balanced album that honors the original, but it's more of like putting you in the session. And so the amount of surround content for an album that I truly do love, pretty much can put Imagine on from beginning to end and just dig it the whole time, and it's enjoyable for me. This was just a no-brainer. And then when Plastic Ono Band came out and it was revealed that I think it's only the album proper and maybe another track or two that are in surround 5.1 and Atmos. So that is nice. And there are people who are plenty happy with that set, so I just wanted to give a bit of a rundown on it. It apparently sounds fantastic, and so if you love the album and can find it at a price point that works for you, go for it. I just didn't. And you do get some Plastic Ono Band songs on this set anyhow. So I feel well covered with that particular album. Now, I am not a John Lennon historian. I have by no means heard even probably a decent fraction of his solo songs. In fact, when I put on Lennon Legend quite some time ago, I was astounded, flabbergasted that some of the songs were even by him. Like, as a kid listening to the radio, sometimes I had no clue who was playing a song. I remember when I learned that Rush did Subdivisions, when I had been a Rush fan for quite some time and finally heard Signals, and was like, oh, I never knew they did this song. I love this song. So, happy surprise. A song such as that for me would be Nobody Told Me. I just didn't know. Now, that said, the Lennon Legend set is a collection of interesting material, but I never thought that it sounded very good at all. In fact, I've listened to this DVD once, and might never again, although I did select the DTS soundtrack, and since lately I've been discovering that when given the choice of DTS and Dolby Digital, talking both of the lossy versions, I sometimes prefer Dolby Digital, so heck, I might fire this thing up again and just see if the Dolby Digital is a bit more pleasant. My theory is that DTS creates some upper frequency shenanigans, and Dolby Digital just chops off below that, and so I don't know. Could be a mastering thing, it could be the way that my systems handle Dolby compared to DTS. Alright, so I think we have probably digressed quite enough. Let's take a look at this set, for those that are unfamiliar. My unofficial favorite piece of swag in these deluxe sets, my hype sticker. I keep hype stickers. It's just my thing. And I know some of you do too. I know some of you feel me. And let me see, I tucked all the little goodies in this poster. You get a poster. Now the artistic motif for this set is like black and white on gold. Can you see that? And so you get Lennon there in black, gray, and then a gold tinged version. And then you get like, I don't know, are these record execs? Black and white? Except for like, oh, it's like an interview, right? And all the media implements, the tape recorders and the microphones and whatnot, are in gold. So pretty cool poster. And you get a postcard. Oh, this is the interview. This is the interview where all the recording implements are in gold. What was on this poster now? I'm curious. I should do my homework better. Oh, it's their bed-in. Cool. And again, yeah, the media stuff is in gold. And another postcard. This is Lennon sending his MBE back to the Queen in protest. He says he's protesting military action, and also the fact that Cold Turkey slipped down in the charts too quickly. So, a bit tongue-in-cheek, I guess. The Queen has no control over that, does she? And then Gimme Some Truth bumper sticker. So I guess that kind of makes sense, since Lennon was very protesty, and some protests make for good bumper stickers. Alright, so we have the discs. They come in this gatefold cardboard thing with the album cover art on one side and the 36 tracks listed on the other. And inside you get 2 CDs of the 36 tracks, and then a Blu-ray kept in its own little paper sleeve, which I always appreciate, so you can display it on its own if you want. You can leave it apart from the set. You don't have to worry about it getting all scratched up. Though some people would put it in a protective plastic sleeve anyway. So here's the Blu-ray. On the Blu-ray you get the album in high-res lossless stereo, high-res lossless 5.1, which is DTS HD Master 9624, and then you also get the album in Atmos. And as far as I know, Dolby Atmos tops out at 4824. Don't quote me unless I'm right. And also let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe they increased the capabilities. But I don't remember if I looked or not, but it would be my assumption that the Atmos here is 4824, because I am not aware of Dolby Atmos going higher than that. Alright, so like I said, getting ahead of myself, the book. The book is very cool. I by no means have read through all of it, but a lot of it is like devoted to just the lyrics of the songs. But then you also get kind of a track-by-track analysis. And boy, I don't know if I'll ever have the time to go through all of this, but there are some very cool pictures. I definitely browsed the pictures as I was listening, and you get these facsimiles of, hand-drawn lyric sheets. Which the last time I saw a John Lennon lyric sheet was in person at the British Museum. And then, if I can find it quickly enough without interrupting the flow of this video, the master tapes. The master tapes and an essay on the mixing. So the point of the mixing here for this set, and the reason why it's called Ultimate Mixes, is that they went back and rebaked all the master tapes, all of the individual multi-tracks, rebaked them, and re-digitized them at 192.24, I think, and remixed every song in this set. So even if it was already mixed for Imagine, or even if it was already mixed for Lennon Legend, they went and remixed everything. Now, I went and compared a song from Lennon Legend and from this set in 5.1. I think it was number 9, Dream, and they sound remarkably close. So I would be tempted, like if I didn't read this essay where they said they re-digitized and remixed and remastered everything from scratch, to say that they had used this mix. But what I think may have happened is they felt like they had just completely nailed it, so they just redid their work. So let's go with that. Now, in reading through this, it's a short blurb by Paul Hicks that basically lets you know the care that they took to make these songs sound as good as possible. And like I said, I'm not as initiated in Lennon's solo work as many others, but this set does sound the best to me out of any of his material ever. So even if you just get this set and just play the Blu-ray in stereo, like if you're not a surround, junkie like I am, me and my friends, do it for the sound quality. The sound quality is there. And then you get one very brief statement at the end of this essay that says, oh yeah, we also did a 5.1 and an Atmos mix. So that makes it feel like the surround and the immersive mixes are an afterthought. And so I went into the Atmos experience a bit skeptical. All right, so the Atmos experience. I was very, very, very disappointed for about the first half. You don't have much discernible action all around you. It starts out very front-centric. And I would say for the first 18 cuts, so the first solid half of this set, pretty much the only standout surround moment that I can remember is when some rhythm guitars are very, very, very well established in the surrounds. And then, fortunately, for the second half of this set, things take a turn for the better. It does end up getting very immersive and even discreet, especially on toward the end of the set. Now, I didn't take a deep listen to the 5.1, like I said, my friend Elad did, so I asked him to listen to the album as closely as he could, 5.1. Hold on a second, I have a phone call. Very, very poor timing, but let me take this. Hello? Oh, hey, Elad. Yeah, I was just talking about you. Ears burning? Oh, it's okay to call you Dale now? Oh, that's cool. Hey, I was just telling Life and Surround viewers that you listened to the 5.1 for me, and I was gonna just, give them your thoughts, like, from having read your notes. Oh, yeah? Oh, you kind of feel the same that I did about Atmos? The 5.1 started out pretty tame, and then in the back half. Okay, cool. Gets more immersive. Awesome. What were some standouts? Number 9, Dream. Oh, Whatever Gets You Through the Night? Yeah, who did he collaborate on that with? There's another voice in the mix. Oh, Sir Elton. Sir Elton John. Oh, that was his first number 1? Oh man, too bad that didn't work for Steven Wilson on his last record. Well, he should have had him play piano and sing, not just do a voiceover. Yeah, anyway. Hey, you remember I also ripped you the tracks from Lennon Legend and wanted you to compare the sound quality with the 5.1 from the new set? Oh, the new set just absolutely blows Lennon Legend away. Yeah, man. Okay, well, that's good. They put in the work to redigitize and remix and remaster and everything. All right, well, any other final notes? Yeah, I had the same experience. You were familiar with around half the tracks. I was only familiar with maybe a third. And most of that was from Lennon Legend and then just, stuff that I'd heard on the radio, just a handful of tracks. Oh, deeper appreciation for him as an artist. You like that they push his voice into, more focused on his voice. And pretty impressed with the 5.1 by the end. Okay, well, hey, at least they maybe started out conservative on the front of the album due to lack of tracks. Yeah, but the thing that, is confusing to me is, the end of the Beatles' career, Abbey Road, White Album, they were recording with quite a few tracks, and, the surround mixes that we got from those in recent years are pretty discreet, at least for some tracks. Yeah, that's a good point. He's saying that, maybe Lennon wanted to strip down in the beginning of his solo career to kind of get away from what the Beatles were doing. Yeah, alright. Well, cool, man. I appreciate the call. That way I don't have to just, kind of read from your notes or... Yeah. Oh, he says, hey, everybody. This is my really good friend, Dale. He helps out with a lot of videos and is a super good friend, regardless of music at this point. Alright, man. I'll let you go. Okay. Alright, bye. Alright, cool. Well, that was unfortunate that we got interrupted, but kind of serendipitous in a way, since we got Dale's thoughts straight from the horse's mouth. Alright, so this has been John Lennon, Gimme Some Truth, the Ultimate Mixes set. If you can find it at a price you can tolerate, I do recommend it. The book is packed with way more information than I can ever get through. And if you're a fan or, for whatever reason want to know more about his work, this is a great way to do it because it is career spanning. It sounds just absolutely fantastic. Like I said, it starts off conservative and then ends up getting pretty adventurous by the end. And I had my eyes opened to some songs that I really do love now that I really wasn't that aware of before. Isolation, Love. I didn't know that he did a version of Stand By Me. Oh, that is kind of interesting, sort of in the third quarter of the album, I would say. It feels to me like he got into this phase of covering 50s stuff, or at least making songs sound like they were done in the 50s. So, pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this. Happy that I didn't pay more. I don't know if the $42 deal is available anywhere anymore, But like Dale was just telling me that he liked the 5.1 by the end of the album so much, and he was curious about the Atmos, that he went ahead and picked it up in like the low $60 range. So not too bad, you know, for 36 songs. That's, you know, less than $2 a song, I think. Yeah, I'm not that good at math. Anyhow, this has been John Lennon. Give me some truth. The ultimate mixes. I hope that the Lennon Ono estate keep pumping out material. And, you know, like, because the mixes are getting more adventurous here the later in the game, maybe as we get to some of his later albums, we'll get like a fully discrete experience if those later sets come out. So I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up, leave your comments below, share the video, subscribe if you haven't, ring the notification bell if you haven't. All of that helps the health of this channel. It helps get my love of surround, which many of you share, out to more people, and helps to promote our beloved hobby and obsession of surround and immersive listening, and I appreciate all of that kind of support. Also, I don't mention it often enough, but you can get these Live in Surround t-shirts at my eBay store, so I will post that link as well. Definitely appreciate that support as well. And as long as you guys are enjoying the shirts, wear them, take a picture of yourself in the wild, send it to me on Facebook or post it in the comments. As long as you guys are having fun, that's really what I care about. And so, with that, the one thing left to say, per usual, is live life in surround.